So we're now at a period right now where we don't know if there's going to be a fourth stimulus check. However, we're starting to see states, at least one state, as of right now, indicating that they want to move forward with another stimulus check for the American people. And I say another because we have seen California do this already. California has already given out a $600 stimulus check this year. And it looks like they want to do another round of stimulus checks. So another $600 stimulus check. Let me show you this article here in the Los Angeles Times. And it says Newsom promises additional $600 stimulus check and $5 billion towards rental assistance. So that's what Gavin Newsom wants to do, the governor. And understand, he is going to be in a recall election coming up pretty soon. So this is something that he really wants to get done because in the hopes that it will make him look better among voters and maybe they will vote him back in to office. But right now, there is going to be a recall election and they can vote him down and vote someone else in. So let's take a look at this proposal here. So we have $8 billion in cash payments. This is a $100 billion economic stimulus plan, and they're going to be using tax revenue. So they had a windfall when it came to tax revenue. And if you guys know anything about California, California is very heavily taxed. So they're going to use some of this money to give out stimulus checks. So I think that's a good thing. And we're also looking at $5 billion for rental assistance, and it's going to be $2 billion of that's going to be direct payments. Okay, so that's to pay down utility bills and things like that. And then also we have to look at what the criteria is. The criteria is going to be $75,000 or less adjusted gross income. So that's what they're looking at there. Now, if you did receive the first $600 stimulus check, you're not going to qualify for the second, according to what this is showing us here. So it's going to be $75,000 or less. The last one, I believe it was $30,000 or less. So now they've bumped it up a little bit. So they're gonna fill in that gap from $30,000 to $75,000 adjusted gross income. So $600 now. If you have a child, then you will qualify for an additional $500. Or if you're undocumented, you will qualify for a $500 stimulus check. And so that's what we're looking at when it comes to California. So we'll have to see where this goes. But the good news is that President Biden just yesterday, he stated, look, we're going to start giving out this $350 billion that's going to state and local governments. We're going to start issuing that out. And so now states are going to have more revenue, so they might be able to send out stimulus checks. At least they'll have the money to do that. It's just going to be up to the legislators if they want to do something like that. So we're going to have to follow it and see where it goes. So this story here, David Rouser, he is a representative in Congress, and he was talking about the fact that restaurants or just businesses in general are having a hard time hiring people. And so let me just show you his tweet because he says this is what happens when you extend unemployment benefits for too long and add a $1,400 stimulus payment to it. Right when employers need workers to fully open back up, few can be found. And so he shows a picture of this burger. It looks like a burger place. I'm not sure which one it is, but nonetheless, they're asking for people to come in. Famous star, so I guess that would be Carl's Jr. or Hardee's. So here's another politician that's coming out and saying, look, this is what needs to happen. We need to do away with this enhanced unemployment. And we're going to hear more and more politicians come out and say this. But there's another way to get applicants. You can raise the minimum wage. And you don't hear him talking about raising the minimum wage. You just hear him talking about the fact that we need to do away with the enhanced unemployment. And so we saw, and I just saw this Chipotle. Chipotle is now saying that they're going to raise their minimum wage in June to average out to be $15 an hour. Now I'm thinking, I don't know if that's starting at $15 an hour or if the average employees, if you average out all the employees, you make an average of $15 an hour. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but that is what Chipotle is saying right now. And then they're even going a step further. They're saying in 3.5 years, you could become a manager and make six figures, make $100,000 a year. So that's a huge incentive to a lot of people, especially people who want to start a career they can look towards Chipotle. Chipotle is now another good example. You have other places like Costco and In-N-Out and these different establishments that do pay more or pay closer to that $15 an hour. So we're going to have to see what happens when it comes to this minimum wage fight. But you're going to have politicians on one side saying, no, we don't need to raise the minimum wage. We just need to do away with enhanced unemployment and people go back to work. Then you're going to have another side saying, we need to keep the enhanced unemployment, and then we also need to raise that minimum wage. And that way more people will go into these establishments and apply, because $15 an hour is a lot better than the $7.25 or $7.50 that they're getting right now. So I want to know what you guys think about this. So in the comment section, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.